Okay, so Ling earns $8 per hour working at the zoo. We need to write and solve an inequality that can be used to find how many hours she must work in a week to earn at least $120. So what's the total, Brian, that we're given there? Okay, so we have to have at least 120. Now, if I get $110, is that at least 120?
Nope.
No. If I have $130, is that at least? So what sign should I use? Less than or greater than? Greater than or equal to. Because I could earn greater than 120 and make my goal. Or I could have equal to 120 and reach my goal, right? Okay. How much does she make at the zoo?
$8 per hour.
Okay, so we have $8. What operation will we use? Multiplication. So 8 times however many hours she works. How many hours does she work? We don't know, so we write a variable. Okay, now how do you solve that? Divide by 8. Divide by 8. Do I keep or change the sign, Carter? Keep it. Good, because I didn't divide by a negative, so it would be x is greater than or equal to what? 15. Calculator. Okay, so what does that mean? Jada, what do you think that means? X is greater than or equal to 15. Okay, so what is our x even talking about? What is our x even talking about? What? Correct. So x can be 15 or greater. I agree with that. But what does like our variable represent, like in words? What is it? What are we talking about in our story problem? The number of hours. So how would you interpret this? She needs to work. Good. She needs to work 15 or more hours. Questions on interpreting or how to set it up? Okay, I want you to do 1, 2, and 3 on that same page. Stand when you're done. Yes, you need to do the number line. So you're doing those 3. Okay, so on this first one, Cheyenne, what would you do to solve? Good. So would you keep or change the sign? Good. So you did change the sign and you get 7.3 repeating, right? So when you're graphing this, if I do 7.2, 7.3, and 7.4, technically, does my dot go on 7.3?
No. Yes.
No, it goes in between 7.3 and
7.4.
if you didn't do that, it's okay. But that's just because your 3 is repeating. So technically, it would go here. Open or close circle?
Close.
Close, because it could equal that.
And then to the right.
Which way are your numbers greater than?
Right.
To the right, so it would go this way.
I said the right.
Yep. Claire, what would you do on number 2?
Would multiply by -4.
Good. So did you keep or change the sign?
Change.
Good. So it'd be t is greater than what?
40.
Good. So I'd have 43, 44, and 45. Open or closed circle? Kaden? Open, and then which direction? To the right. And Carter, at a baseball game, you can get a single hot dog for $2. You have $10 to spend. Write and solve an inequality to find the number of hot dogs you can buy. What was your inequality?
10 is greater than or equal to 2x.
So you had it this way, but reverse. Yep. So Carter had it written 10 is greater than 2x or equal to, good. Or you could rewrite it like this. I always like the variables to come first, but these are the same thing because the alligator is eating 10, alligator is eating 10. Either way is correct. So then how do you solve it, Jada? Divide by 2. Do you keep or change the sign? You keep it because we're not dividing by a negative, so x is less than or equal to what? 5. So what does that mean, Brian? What does x represent? The number of hot dogs. So if I was interpreting it, I would say, how many hot dogs can I buy? 5 or less hot dogs. Questions on those 3?